Hello there, friends and followers, and welcome to this Explain 11 video. We are currently situated at Dubai International Airport, and today we're going to be flying the flight factor Boeing 777-300ER based on popular demand. Emirates flight EK2551 is considered to be one of the shortest flight routes for the 777 in the world today. It's approximately 30 minutes, and we're going to be cruising at 10,000 feet for this flight. So let's get started. I have configured the aircraft for engine start. Our flight plan has been entered and everything is ready to go. Let's take a quick look at our flight plan. As you can see, this is an extremely short flight taken off from Dubai International runway 30 left through the Coastal 3 Foxtrot SID. And the exit from our SID would be at Cutley, and then it's direct to Abu Dhabi, and we're going to be doing an ILS runway 31 left at Abu Dhabi. Everything's looking good. So the transition altitude in the Emirates is 13,000 feet. We're not going to even reach that. This is the ILS frequency, and the glide slope, of course, is a 3-degree glide slope. All right, so we are good. Let's go ahead and turn on our beacon. Our packs are off for engine start, which is, by the way, not the correct procedure for the 777. Normally, when the packs are on auto, they would turn off with engine start. Unfortunately, with this dated aircraft, it doesn't really happen. I actually don't recommend that you buy this aircraft at this point, simply because it's really dated, both in terms of textures, flight model, compatibility with Explain 11. It's not fully compatible, and there's a lot of errors, and the way it flies, it just feels like a general aviation aircraft, if you ask me. But fine, let's go ahead and call the pushback truck, and I'm going to switch to external view. Now, with the flight factor here, you need to use your throttle and rudder pedals to push the aircraft out of the position. The parking brake is now released, so I'm going to give it just a little bit of throttle. As you can see now, the aircraft started pushing back out of its position. There we go, and we can now start our engines. All right, we're going to start with the left engine first. All right, we're going to give it some fuel. The left engine is now stable. Let's go ahead and start the right engine. Alright, now let's give it some fuel. We now have a good start on both engines. Let's go ahead and turn on our packs. And let's see here. Runway turn-off lights, taxi lights are on. And let's set flaps to flaps 5. Okay, and we are now ready to taxi to the runway. The altimeter is set to 2962. Okay, flaps 5. Parking brake released. And let's give it some power. Now, one of the things you'll notice if you have this aircraft, you'll need to apply a lot of power to move this aircraft on the ground. And this is, again, something that needs fixing. And yeah, this is a really dated aircraft. I think if I were flight factor, as a matter of fact, I would pull this aircraft from the market, make the necessary updates, bring it to full compatibility with Explain 11, and reintroduce it again. But I don't recommend that you purchase this aircraft at this point unless you really want to fly a 777. And since you guys, the majority of you guys wanted to see this flight, so I decided to make this video. It is, by the way, the very first payware aircraft I purchased for X-Plane 11 when I started. Right, let's wait for this guy to just pass. Alright, we are on our way to runway 30 left here at Dubai International. And, ooh, look at that. That's, by the way, live traffic that I'm using. And for departure, I am going to disable it so that we make sure there are no aircraft on the runway. So everything's looking good here. We're gonna go ahead and enable LNAV and VNAV and enable the auto throttle. Big lights, logo lights. I'm not sure what this aircraft is doing, but that's fine. All right, here is our turn to runway 30 left. Okay, landing lights. Runway turn-off lights are off. Taxi lights
approaching.
Off. Strobes are on. All right, folks, we are cleared for takeoff. Runway 30 left. Right, and toga. Now, if you notice, on our D-rated settings, we're supposed to be at 99.4, but with toga it goes to 103. So that's, I guess, another thing that needs to be fixed. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gears going up. Nice departure out of Dubai. That's Burj Khalifa right there. Okay, and at this point, we're going to engage the autopilot. And flaps 1. Flaps up. Nice departure out of Dubai. And this scenery, by the way, I can't remember the name of the developer, but this scenery is available on the X Aviation web store. It is a reasonable rendition. Oh, APU is still running. It is a reasonable rendition of Dubai International and the surrounding area. That's Burj Al Arab right there. I would really love to see Fly Tampa convert their Fly Dubai scenery over to X-Plane. But yeah, this is not bad. Here, let's switch to external view. So we continue our climb to 10,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude for this flight. And as you can see now, we're gonna increase our speed to 250 knots. Welcome back, folks. We just leveled off at our final cruise altitude of 10,000 feet, and we are not too far away from the top of descent. So if we go to the FMC and click here, yep, we are about 20 nautical miles from the top of descent mark. And by the way, as we approach the ortho area here ahead of us and the entire Abu Dhabi area and airport, this scenery is freeware, available on the Explain.org forums. I will provide you with a link to the scenery in the description. I think it's a very well-made airport and very reasonable rendition of Abu Dhabi, completely free of charge, available to all of us in the Explain community. So let's head over to initial reference here, and we're going to set for our landing today into Abu Dhabi. We're gonna do flaps 25, and our final speed is going to be 151 knots. That's the VREF plus 5, and we're gonna stick that here. And the platform altitude is 3,000 feet, so we're gonna go ahead and set that as well. There we go, 3,000 feet. The line that you see here is the separation between Dubai scenery and the beginning of the Abu Dhabi scenery. So you might want to, create your own tile for Dubai so that it blends well with the Abu Dhabi scenery. But yeah, it's actually a very good scenery of of Abu Dhabi airport and the surrounding area. Alright folks, here is the top of descent mark, and as you can see, the aircraft has begun the automatic descent. We're a bit too fast here, so I'm going to extend the speed brakes. And as you can see, the speed is just dropping now, and that's not very accurate, of course. But like I said, this aircraft is really, really dated. It needs a lot of work, and it needs to be updated. All right, here we go. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna switch over to manual vertical speed, and we're gonna reduce our speed to 220 knots. There we go. And while we're at it, let's check the altimeter here at Abu Dhabi. It's 29062, which is the same. Actually, let me just type here to make sure. The altimeter is 29059. So let's set that. There we go. The altimeter is now set. We continue our descent to our platform altitude of 3,000 feet. And as you can see now, we are coming up to the turn here. All right, at this point, we're gonna reduce our speed to 200 knots. All right, at this point, we're gonna extend flaps 1. And we are now reaching our platform altitude of 3,000 feet. We're coming up to our turn to intercept the localizer for runway 31 left at Abu Dhabi Airport. All right, and let's hit the approach button. All right, And let's reduce our speed to 180 knots. And let's go to flaps 5. All right, and auto brake 2. Runway turn off lights are on. And that's the runway ahead of us now. Check our speed again. Let's see, 151. All right. Needle started moving. And we are now going to select gear down. And we're going to reduce our speed to 160 knots. Flaps 15. Glide slope is active. Let's set this to our approach speed of 151 knots. Let's go to flaps 20. We are right on the localizer and glide slope. And flaps 25. And we are looking good now. We are approximately 1,100 feet from the touchdown zone. 1,000 feet. Let's disconnect the autopilot. And my aircraft. Feet. Let's disengage the auto throttle. Touchdown. Reversers are out. A bit of a floater there. And welcome to Abu Dhabi International Airport, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna make a complete stop here momentarily and take a look at our landing. All right, let's make a left turn here. And we can begin retracting our flaps. Landing lights off, taxi light is on. All right, let's make a stop here and let's take a look at our landing. Well, folks, this pretty much brings us to the conclusion of our video today. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you have any questions, as usual, please do post them in the comment section below. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.